Hello and welcome. Sometimes to solve a puzzle, you have to look at it from a different angle. Today, we're going to dive into a mystery, a crime story actually. And along the way, we're going to uncover a really powerful secret of the English language. So your first mission, should you choose to accept it, is to pay very close attention.
So, where does an investigation begin? Well, it starts with a single, maybe even a little unsettling fact. We don't have a suspect. We have no idea what the motive is. All we know for sure is this: something has happened.
Okay, so here's the heart of our problem. A crime has definitely been committed. That much is clear. But, and this is a big but, the most important piece of the puzzle, the who, well, it's completely missing. We don't have a name. We have no idea who is responsible.
And this right here is where our strategy has to change. When you don't know who did something, you can't focus on them. So what do? You have to shift your focus. You have to look at what was done, the action itself. That becomes your number one clue.
All right, let's start gathering our evidence. I'm going to read you the first few clues that have come in from the case file. Now, as I'm reading, listen really carefully. There's a pattern in the language, kind of like a secret code hidden in how these events are being described.
Okay, clue number 1, listen to this. The suspect has been seen. Notice the wording there? It doesn't say someone saw the suspect. No, it says the suspect has been seen. The focus is on the suspect, the person who the action happened to.
And here's our second clue. Again, think about it. We have no idea who the artist is, but that's not the point, right? The really important thing is that a result exists now. A drawing has been made. We have a sketch.
And the third clue. This one is absolutely vital. The authorities are in the loop. The police have been told. Are you starting to hear that pattern, that rhythm, that special way of talking about the action? Okay, I think we've got it. We have enough evidence now. We've found the code that's hidden in all these clues, and now it's time to crack it wide open. Let's take a look at the secret formula that all the best detectives and great English speakers use to tell this exact kind of story.
So the official name for this tool is the present perfect passive. I know, that sounds super technical and complicated, but just think of it like this. It's the special language we pull out when the action is way more important than the person who did it. It's how we report on what has happened. Simple as that.
And here it is, the formula. It's actually a really simple 3-part recipe. First, you start with has or have. Then, you always add the word been. And for the third part, you use the past participle of your main verb. Words like seen, made, or told. That's it. That's the entire secret formula. So now that we have our secret formula, we can start to do what all good detectives do. We can take these separate little clues and start piecing them together to build the story. Let's see what the official case file looks like now. Let's look at the timeline. So a crime happened, and since then, a few things have happened. The suspect has been seen. A drawing has been made. Copies of that drawing have been sent out. A special telephone line has been set up for tips. And finally, the police have been told to be on the lookout. See how every single update focuses on the action that's been completed? And this, of course, is the question on everyone's mind, isn't it? With all this activity, with all of these things that have been done, has the suspect actually been found?
Well, the truth is, we don't know yet. Maybe the suspect has been caught, or maybe not. The investigation is still ongoing. The story isn't over. But before we get to the end, there are a couple more important details a good detective always needs to know.
Every good tool comes with some special instructions, right? A little expert tip, and this one is no different. So here's one more crucial detail you absolutely have to remember to use this formula correctly.
Let's zoom in on that word police. Now, it might look like just one thing, a singular noun, but in English, we always treat it as a group, as many people. And that's why we always say the police have, not the police has. It's a small detail, but a really important one. To really feel the power of what we're learning, let's put it side by side with its opposite, which is called the active voice. So in the active sentence, they sent him to the army. Who are we focused on? They, right? The people who did the sending. But look at the passive sentence. He has been sent to the army. Suddenly the spotlight shifts completely onto him, the person who received the action. You use this when the result is what matters, or when you just don't know or care who they are. It's a game changer.
Whew, we have covered a lot of ground today. We've cracked the code, we've built the story. Now, it's time to do one last review of the key evidence, just to make sure it's all locked into your memory.
Okay, let's say these key phrases from the case file together, just to really lock them in. I'll say them, and you can repeat them right after me. Ready? The suspect has been seen. A drawing has been made. Copies have been sent.
Fantastic. Let's do it one more time, just to be sure. The suspect has been seen. A drawing has been made. Copies have been sent. That's a sound, that's a structure.
So, we're at the end of this part of our investigation. And you know what? We still don't know who committed the crime. That mystery, it's still out there. But we are not in the dark anymore. We know exactly what has happened. And now we have the perfect English tool to tell that story with confidence.
And really, that's what this is all about. Every single day, things happen where the action is the most important part of the story. A decision has been made, a new plan has been created, a goal has been achieved. You now hold the key to telling all of those stories. So my question to you is, what story can you tell?